How's it going, guys? We are now in the final season of this Red Wings franchise mode series, season number 10, and as you can see here, the team is stacked. NHL team, 95 offense, 96 defense, 89 goaltending. AHL team there, 83 offense, 81 defense, 81 goaltending, so both teams are pretty good. If you guys missed the last episode, it actually went up yesterday, so good chance you did. We did not win the Stanley Cup. We did make it to the final, though. Got swept by Anaheim, and here's the team after the offseason. So Gaudreau, Johansson, Reinhart on the first line, Kuleshov, Larkin, and Skinner on the second. Bemstrom, Ishir, and Langenbrunner on the third, with Alexandrov, Dimitrikos, and Klima on the fourth. So very solid forward group. The defense, though, is so stacked. McAvoy and Doughty on the top pair. Juleson and Talon on the second. Yossi, and then Franzen. So, I mean, if we could run 5 defensemen, like only dress 5 defensemen, I would do that, as these defensemen are just so stacked. But that isn't an option. And then also, of course, in goal, we have Gravel there, our starter. And we have Cunningham now as the backup, 81 overall. AHL team here, pretty solid offense. You can see we have a few 80s. Mostly high 70s throughout. All the guys have like decent potential and they're still pretty young. Defense is also pretty solid, a few 80s there and a few high 70s. So honestly, AHL team can make a push for the Calder Cup as well. Starting goaltender there is okay, 77. Backup 74. But like I was saying, I have high hopes for both these teams. We have yet to win the Stanley Cup, so I'm hoping this is our year. Like, the team can't get much better. Although I think we do have like a couple million in cap space, so at the trade deadline we'll probably try and do something like bring in a player on 50% retention on or something like that, just to try and make, you know, that final push. But other than that, like, this team is pretty much as good as it's gonna get. So I hope the sim goes good, and let's just try and win this cup before the series is over. Also, guys, I want to show you the owner goals here before we start simming. So I'm sure we're still a champion team. We are. Primary goal there is to advance the Stanley Cup final, so we would have got that last year. Secondary goal, win the division as well as defend home ice with 30 home wins, a lot. And then stretch goals, upgrade club seats. So I tried to do that, but you can only do it during the offseason. It's technically the season as the preseason started. So by the time that actually rolls around, the series will be over anyway. We only have 10 seasons. So can't do that goal, but it doesn't really matter, I guess, because this is the last season. So hopefully we can get to that cup final and then actually win it this time. Let's get started. Alright, guys, we're at the end of November here, and as you can see, we have a record of 10-8-3, so not quite as good as I was hoping. HL team, though, crushing it, 14-3. Fan happiness there, 94. Locker room chemistry, 77. So hopefully just a kind of rough start here with some new players. We'll get it going, though. Still in a playoff spot, wildcard, 23 points, tied with Tampa Bay. Only 2 behind Boston, who's in second, so it's not too bad, I guess. And I just got this trade offer from LA, guys, for Gudas. They want Nikitin and Aston. Both are unsigned prospects. So actually, Nikitin is signed. So let's see how good Gudas is. He'd be our 6th defenseman, obviously. 7th D potential, so he's probably not that great. He's an 83, so he's not that bad. He is an upgrade from our current defenseman, who's an 81 at the 6th spot. He's obviously very physical. I mean, I actually don't mind this, but if I'm doing this, I think I want them to definitely like take back some salaries. So we have to just add a player, take him off. It's kind of dumb we have to do that, but this will just make it so we still have a bit more cap space, even though that kind of makes our like top 60 pretty much amazing, like bringing in Gudas there. So it only cost us 2.3 million. Says we're still under the cap by about $1 million. Nikitin here is only a 74, so not that great. Aston, an unsigned prospect, at 61. So, and I guess because they're retaining star, you could throw like a late pick on or something, just to help hopefully make it go through. So let's just throw on like, I don't know, a couple 7s there. Like, that should honestly do it. Here we go. Trade rejected. They don't want to keep the salary. Okay, let's try, instead of a 7th, let's try not to be greedy. Let's do a 3rd next year. We're going all in. Here we go. Trade rejected still. Okay, I'm not doing the trade straight up for Gudas. So last try here. 2028 second. I'm not giving them a 1st for Gudas, and they accept it. So there we go. Defense is stacked now. Also, as you can see, we're actually a couple games away here from the end of December. We definitely had a better month. We're 18-12-4 here. So, I mean, actually 19-12-4 after winning that game. So, definitely playing good. Fan happiness 96. Locker room chemistry there 78. See where we are in the division. Currently 42 points. 3 points out of 2nd. But we are in a playoff spot. Defense is now a 97, offense is a 96, so I think some guys actually went up in overall, which is awesome. Gonna take a quick look here at the lines. I seen Kuleshov was actually an 87 now, so yeah. Larkin's actually an 88 as well, so that 2nd line's gotten better. The 3rd line stayed the same. Defense here, so let's just go best lines. So forwards obviously stayed the same, and then defense, we now have Gudas there. Paired up with Yossi. So, I mean, that defense. Dallon's a 90 now as well. So, that's defense 97 overall. Like, look how good that is. I don't know how any team's going to match up with that. AHL here. This guy's an 82. So, we actually might call him up to replace Alexandrov, who's an 81. That would just make our forward group even better. Like, this team's unreal. Also, guys, after trading for Gudas, I sent down our 81 overall defenseman, and look how good the AHLD is now. So this is the guy that was playing in the NHL, 81 overall. As well, this Fairbury guy is also an 81, Heiskin is an 80, Projet is an 80, Prust is an 80, Antropos 79. Like, this AHLD is almost all 80s, which is insane. And then the offense is obviously pretty solid. Like, I would love to just go with the Stanley Cup and a Calder Cup. That'd be amazing. And so we're now at the All-Star game in January, guys. We have a record of 27, 15, and 6, so continuing to play pretty well. AHL teams also dominating there, 36, 8, and 2. Fan happiness, pretty good, 89. Locker room chemistry, 79. Take a look here and see where we are in the division. Hopefully moved up a bit. We're actually first place now in the division. Wow, 60 points. We went from, like, the second wildcard spot in the first month, or I guess actually the second month, that was November, to first place. Look at the overalls, 96 offense, 97 defense, 89 goaltending. That's just insane. AHL team too, like 85, 84, 82. They're also first in their division, so probably first in the NHL right now, or actually no, that's probably a bit of a stretch. Probably close though, 60 points here at the All-Star game. Let's take a look. Our division looks to be pretty good. Okay, yeah, so not quite first. We are sixth though. That's not too bad. The only other Eastern Conference team better than us is actually the Islanders there with 63 points. We'll take a look here and see who our leading scorers are. Obviously, Reinhardt there, 47 and 48. Now in 91, so he definitely excels on the wing opposed to center. Goudreau's got 43, Skinner 41, Johansson there at 40. So that first line's obviously doing really good. Even Skinner. Kuleshov led to see that he's now in 87. Larkin 88, so he's up one. His Shear's got 29, not bad. Doughty 28, still 94. Bemstrom there. McAvoy only at 21. I think he had like 35 this time last year, so maybe playing on the offside for him is not as good, but I mean, paired up with Doughty, it shouldn't really matter. Dallon's a 90 now. Like, this team is just insane. Take a look here at the goalies. Would love if Gravel got to an 88. That'd be perfect, but still an 87. 2.39 goals against. Our backups actually got better goals against and a better record, 5-1 and 1. Gravel though, 22, 14 and 2 is not too bad. Pretty similar save percentages there. 3 shutouts. Take a look here at the AHL goalies. I mean, I'm guessing their stats are insane. 2 and 3 shutouts, so they're splitting a lot of games. 24-7-1, 12-1 and 1 for the backup. I don't know how the backups are that good. 1.35 goals against. So this backup's insane. Like, those stats, that's unbelievable. We'll take a look here at the forwards as well. I think the AHL team's just crushing. Yeah, Hodges here, 54 points, 46 games. Jesus. Segera there, 46 and 44. So 2 guys over a point per game. I still have him in the AHL just because he was doing so well. I just kind of didn't want to mess up with it. And I feel like the 1 overall wasn't really worth calling him up to make the other guy scratch because he's would have to go through waivers. Hogan here, 42. Zaccanaro, 38. Same with Grellinger. So, I mean, yeah, the AHL team is just destroying. So, hopefully they can keep that up. Obviously, trade deadlines were a month away. We still have about 1.2 million in cap space. So, maybe if we get creative, we could add one more piece. Obviously, I think I'd love to add like a slightly better 4th line forward, but that's probably it. Like, the defense really can't get any better. The goalie could get better, but I mean, there really aren't that many goalies out there. Like, it'd either be John Gibson or Demko, and both of them have so much value. I don't even know if we could make the trade happen. So, just looking here at the All-Stars, I think I've seen Detroit Red Wings, Drew Doughty and Charlie McAvoy. So, both of our top pair, D and Sam Reinhart. Wow, we have 3 guys in the last season. That is pretty awesome. I don't think you can have 4 players in the All-Star game. I think 3 is the max. I am not seeing a 4th. Never mind. Gravel also made it. We have 4. That's insane. I don't think I've ever seen 4. Our goalie, Reinhardt, 2 defensemen. Okay, that looks to be it. But still, that's crazy. We have 4 All-Stars. That's a good sign. That's hopefully, like, this is the year we finally win that cup. So we're almost at the trade deadline here, guys. And Tampa Bay is putting this Peterson guy on waivers. 80 overall, making $1 million. He's got top 6 forward potential, though. I want to see his age. Like, this guy could be decent. Oh, he's 25, so pretty much done growing. He was actually a 1st-round pick, but we have a bunch of high 70s, plus that $1 million. I'm guessing he's not on a 2-way deal. Oh, he is on a 2-way deal. So maybe I pick him up. That seems like a pretty good ad just to, like, boost the AHL team, so not bad. And as you guys can see, we're now at the trade deadline here. We have a 33, 22, and 7 record. Fan happiness is still decent, 81. I definitely have to go and repair some stuff. Locker room chemistry 78, AHL team 43, 11, and 3. Like, that's insane. Probably not first anymore. No, we are still first. Wow, we have 4-point lead there on Boston. Florida has really gone downhill. They were like a beast there for a couple of years. They're actually last right now in the division. Or actually, it could be in front of Montreal. So, I'm going to try and see if we can make some trades here at the deadline. Hopefully, we can at least add like a 4th line forward. So, looking through the trading block, guys, there's actually a lot available. Whether or not we can actually get some of these guys due to the cap, I'm not sure. But Savard here, 86. Could possibly trade Gudas and like upgrade our 6 defense to an 86, at which point, like, that's just unfair. Matt Duchene here, 87. I was thinking maybe even trade Hashir for him, honestly. He's 2 overall better. I don't know, like, it's a possibility. Plus, if we got Duchesne back on like 50%, we'd actually save some cap. I think Carlson's available again. He is 86 overall, so he's gone down. So kind of like Savard, he'd be like our 6th defenseman. I'd have to look and see who's cheaper. He's got 3 more years left, but that doesn't matter for us. And I think there was like a decent winger available too. That could probably play like on our 4th line. I think, yeah, Johansson there, 84. He'd be cost us $3 million though, but I don't know. So I'm thinking one of Savard or Carlson, possibly Duchesne, and then possibly Johansson. If we can make it work with the cap, I'm not sure. First guy I'm going to go after, though, I think is a defenseman. So I just checked, guys, and Savard's making 6.4 for 1 more year, whereas Carlson's making 5.7 for 3. Obviously, it's our last year. Now, hopefully, Ottawa doesn't mind retaining 50% on him for the next 2 years. Like, maybe they know he's going to retire or whatever. So if we could get Carlson to be our 6th defenseman, like, that's just how good our team is. Carlson's the 6th man. Might as well go for it. So right here, guys, the offer making Ottawa for Carlson at 50%. Obviously, good ass, he's replacing. We're actually only going up on the cap 500K. 3rd round pick 2027, that's next year. We'll actually have like 4th to 7th for the next 2 drafts, but I mean, if we win the cup, it's worth it. And obviously, we're not actually doing the drafts. And then Shore here, pretty solid prospect, and they want him. So the value's not double, but it's close. We'll see what they say. Trade rejected. They don't want to keep the salary. So, okay, let's see if we can maybe add on just a couple pieces here, make them say yes. So I added on another 3rd round pick. Now the value is definitely on our side. It's more than double, I think. Hopefully they'll say yes to this now. Trade rejected still. So I think those 3 years might be what do us in. So let's see. What if we take away the 2/3 and maybe trade them like a 2nd later on? Hopefully. Okay, so this one, 2029, it's down the road, but the value, like, it jumps up even more. Just to try and make sure it goes through, we'll give him like a 3rd as well. I just want to get Carlson here to be our 6th defenseman because I think that's hilarious. Here we go. Trade accepted. Okay. And right here, guys, the offer making Dallas for Matt Duchesne. So I'm trading his sheer as he's making $5.5 million, and he's actually stalled out now in 85. No more potential. That's actually a bit for an 85. I was hoping he'd be at least an 86. Sweetland here is a decent prospect with a contract. Fair and Gunderson both unsigned. They want Fair also a 3rd in 2028. Suzuki here is just there for the roster spot. For whatever reason, they don't want him. 26 years old, 78 overall. Maybe he helps out the AHL team. Even though in real life, he's actually like a beast. He was a 1st round pick. In this game, he's a 4th round pick. So anyways, we'll see what Dallas says. Value's on our side, but obviously that 50%, you're going to have to overpay for that, even though he is on the block. If we have to add, we have to add. Here we go. Trade accepted. So we got Carlson and Duchesne. I'm going to see if I can also get Johansson or some other, like, 83, 84 winger. At that point, like, the team, you just can't make a better team. Alright, guys, so instead of going after Johansson on Washington, I decided to go after Gallagher on Montreal. He's making $8 million, so quite a lot more, but at 50%, it's only $4 million, whereas Johansson was at, like, 3.8 or something, so it's about $1.5 million more. So I'm trading Bemstrom here, who was pretty good in the playoffs last year, but only 85 overall, making 4.5. It's quite a lot. For 500K less, we get Gallagher, who's 87. Patan here is just a decent prospect. 1st round pick in 2028 to try and get this player who's obviously better, and at 50%. Also, Albrecht here, he's not just an add-on, he's 82 overall. He'd be like our 4th line right winger. He's a pretty solid player. His role's actually 3rd line checking forward, where our guy's like a minor scoring forward, so he's a better NHL player, even though he's only 1 overall higher. So we'll see if they say yes to this. If they do, like I said, like the team, I'll show you guys after. It can't get better. Maybe I have to add on a little bit more. We'll see what they say. They accepted that. Wow, okay, so this team, this might be the best team I've ever made. So right here, guys, look at the new stats after the trade deadline. 96 offense, 96 defense, 89 goaltending. I'm going to show you guys the team. I was looking at possibly getting a new backup goalie, but for like 1 overall upgrade, teams really weren't doing it, and I was trying to add like picks and stuff, so I guess we'll just keep the morale together, or team chemistry, I should say. So Gaudreau, Johansson, Reinhart still the 1st line. We now have Duchesne, though, 2nd line center. Langenbrunner, Larkin, and Gallagher on the 3rd line. So the 3rd line just got upgraded even more. Albrecht here with Dimitrikos and Klein on the 4th line. Defense, I mean, there's no team in the world that has a better defense than this. Like, Yossi and Carlson are honestly probably a top pair for like half the teams in this, as when you get this deep, there's just less talent available usually. Goalies, Gravel still our start 87. That's going to be the X factor. Hopefully he can just have a good playoff run. Cunningham 82 backup. I mean, there was some like 88s, 89s available, but they were a lot higher value and they had a lot more salary. Gravel's making like nothing if I remember right. 4.5. So I mean that's still pretty good this deep. Usually like goalies get way overpaid. The AHL team obviously I don't think's changed at all. So let's see what happens here after the deadline. Like I said, this team I think is the best team I've ever had. 96 offense and defense. Like basically an all-star team. So we're now at the end of the regular season here, guys. We have a 45-29-8 record. AHL team there, 54-14-5 with a few games to go. Fan happiness is 74, which is okay. Going to see where we finished in the division. Obviously, we're in the playoffs for sure. 98 points. We won the division, didn't win the conference though. We'll see where we ended up just in the entire league. We'll see what the leading score is. Reinhardt there, 76 points, so he had a really solid year. 98 points. That should be good for top 5, I think, in the league. Or not, just outside 6th there. 3 back of Calgary, who had 101. Colorado actually finishes first, 106 points. And looking at the scoring leaders here, guys, obviously you already know Reinhardt, 76 points. Awesome year for him. Skinner there, 70. Goudreau, 69. Johansson, 60, so he did pretty good as our first line C. Kuleshov, 57. Same with Gallagher. Doughty at 55. He's actually down 1, but still elite potential. Larkin there, 53. He's also down to an 87. Duchesne, 47. McAvoy, 41. So he turned it on a bit. He's now in 94. So he's kind of like took over. Maybe he's on the right side now or something. Carlson's in 85, but still, he's our 6th defenseman. It's not a big deal. And he still put up 37 points. So, I mean, it's not bad. This Alberts guy is actually in 83 now. So I like that trade a lot. 30 points. Same with Klima, who's also in 83. I mean, this team is like so good. I just can't wait to see how they do in the playoffs. Yeah, Yossi's still in 87. Suzuki there played, oh, those are for the other team for sure. He's in the AHL for us now, but I'm liking this team a lot. See how good Gravel did. Like I say, he's the X factor. 2.32 goals against. Pretty solid record. Our AHL though, or sorry, not AHL, our backup goalie, 12-4-1. His record's sick. Similar save percentage. 4 shutouts there. So take a look at the AHL team, then we'll take a look at just the entire NHL, who the scoring leader was. This goalie, 5 shutouts, 3 save percentage, .92, .93. The backup again, 1.89. That's nuts. This AHL team, like I said, 54 wins. Hodges here, 83 points. He's got to get an award. That'd be sick if we had like the AHL leading scorer. This guy's got 72, so he's also over a point per game. 65, 65, 60. Like, this AHL team is just tearing it up. So, take a look here and see who the leading scorer was in the entire NHL. I don't think Reinhardt at 76 is going to be quite enough. He should probably be at least in, I don't know about top 10, but probably close to it. Take a look here. Oh, he is top 10. Wow. So Tavares, 90. Shiri there put up 87. Jeez. Tarasenko, 3rd. Last year he had like all the awards. Fabry must just be playing with Tarasenko. Hall there. Egenberger, Sagan, and then Reinhardt. So yeah, Reinhardt had a very, very good year. Thought that might have been Rick DiPietro, Ryan DiPietro there, 74. So I like our team, obviously. Like, we just have to hope the sim is finally good for us. Maybe the 10th time's a charm. Or actually, no, we didn't make the playoffs the first, what was it, 2 years, I think? Yeah, the first 2 years. We haven't made the playoffs the last 8 years straight, though. So we're going to play, I think, Toronto by the looks of it. So let's see what happens. And as you guys can see here, we passed the owner goal of finishing first in our division, but we failed getting the 30 home wins. I mean, that's very tough. And we're actually playing Carolina here in the first round. So they must have been like the wild card team. Let's see here. So 3 better offense, 5 better defense, 6 better goaltending. So their team actually isn't like that bad. I'm kind of interested to see who Carolina has now. So I'll go to edit lines here. McAvoy obviously is our best player. I'm curious to see who even their best player is. So Terry Vine's an 87. This Kavanagh guy, 89, is probably their best. Their offense honestly isn't too bad. They got Aho there. So yeah, like not too bad. Defense, Pesci, Pietrangelo, or sorry, D'Angelo at 90. I was going to say, Pietrangelo retired. So that's a pretty solid top pair. Smith, Hannafin's an 89. Slavin, Holtby. So I mean, their defense, like they have a very solid top 4. Obviously, our defense is still better. Goaltender though, okay, 81 and 80. We have to be able to like exploit that goaltender. Like if we just get shots on net, we should be able to beat this team. And obviously, like I was saying too, they have a good top 4, but so do we. We can definitely match up. And then our third pair is much, much better. So let's see what happens here. Going up against Carolina in the first round, first period. Aho scores. All right, we get 1 from Klima. They get 1 from Cirella. We need to get a goal here in the third. No scores. So we actually lose that first game 2-1. That sucks. Hopefully we can bounce back here in game 2. If we get bounced in the first round with this team, I don't even know. Like, I might not do a franchise mode ever again, like, for the history of NHL. So, game number 2. Let's see. First period. There we go. Skinner with a couple, Pesci with 1. Doughty and Larkin, Hunter scores for them. There you go. Larkin and Kuleshov, Morrow scores for them. So, we beat them actually every period 2-1 for a total there of 6-3. That's what I want to see. So, tied up 1-1 here. AHL team, I think, is going to start the playoffs after this third game. And like I was saying earlier, would love to have NHL and AHL championships. So in Carolina here, we usually actually play better away for some reason. So let's see if we can do that here. Hayden scores for them. Doughty answers back. There we go. Gallagher, McAvoy, Hunter for them. So close game. 3-2 win, though. On the road, I'll take it. Up 2-1 now in the series. Hopefully we can win this next one here. Yoshi lost a bit of morale there for ice time, but I mean, he's a top 4, he's playing top 6, and I mean, with the top 4 in front of him, it really shouldn't matter, especially playing the playoffs. Like, imagine complaining about ice time. I don't know. Game 4, though. Kuleshov, Duchesne, Dimitrikos, and Skinner there. Shushko scores for them, but big 4-1 win. We are starting to roll here after that first loss. So Gallagher, morale's up. Duchesne got a goal. Like, I definitely like our additions here. As you can see, the AHL playoffs are starting. They're playing the Condors. So game number 5, we win this one, moving on. I really want to win this one. I don't have to worry about a game 6 or game 7. Here we go. D'Angelo scores for them. Oh no, 2-0. Big third period, but not quite enough. Skinner, Goudreau, and Reinhardt and then Holtby and Sushko scored for them. Lost that one 4-3. So going to game 6 now, up 3-2. Hopefully we can win this one. We actually got back-to-back wins on the road, so maybe we can. AHL team there is a 1 win away from moving on as well. So here we go, guys. We need to win this. I do not want a game 7. I do not want a 50-50. Nothing in the first. Alright, second, nothing. There we go. Johansson and Larkin, couple goals in the third, bringing us to the semifinal. So now we're probably playing a team from our division. Who it's going to be is definitely going to be interesting. Also, AHL team there, swept their first round, beating the Condors. Like I said, that AHL team is just so stacked. We're playing Buffalo here, so they've kind of been like our rival throughout this franchise mode. We've got matched up with them a lot. Obviously, they have a very good team. We did play them last season, I think, but we'll just take a look here and see if their team is still looking the same. Offense, we have 5 better. Ristolainen's their best player there. Defense is 9 better. Goaltending 2 better. So, I mean, our team is significantly better, I'd say. Like, that defense, 9 points. I'll have to take a look here and see just how much better ours really is. So, let's view opponents here. Beck, Eichel, Niederreiter. That's a solid first line. Decent second line. Third and fourth line. That fourth line's honestly terrible. Every time they send that fourth line out, we should be able to just destroy them. Defense, yeah, like their defense, our third pair is better than their top pair. And then in goal there, they have Lehner and Rivers. Their goalies are pretty similar. Like I said, though, they don't really have depth, I guess. Like, they have decent players, but we have way more depth. And our top end is still better than their top end. Even though I guess their best 2 forwards are better than all of our forwards. But overall, like, our team's better. So, here you go. We'll see what happens. I think they must have played Toronto in their first round, or Boston maybe, but they won in a best of 7. First period while we went off, Langenbringer, Goudreau, Larkin. Sheehan scores for them. I can't believe he's still playing. And then Larkin there with 1 in the third. So, 4-1 win. That's what I want to see. Would love to just sweep Buffalo here, move on to the conference final. Fan happiness is somehow down. Like, we just won a playoff game in the semifinals. It makes no sense to me how, like, some of this stuff works. But, anyways, game number 2 now. Here we go. Let's try and win this one again. Nothing in the first. Second period tied 2-2. Goudreau with a couple. Gould and Eichel for them. Oh, wow. Niederreiter and Vakanainen. And then Juleson for us. So down 4-3. Or, sorry, lose 4-3. Series tied 1-1. Jeff Skinner lost morale because of ice time. Same with Yossi. Like, I don't get that. Like, Skinner's, I think, a first-line forward playing second line because we have depth. We're a good team. Yossi's a top 4D playing top 6 because we have depth. Like, in the playoffs, I think that should matter less. Especially, didn't seem to bug them all regular season. But anyways, game 3. Duchesne and Johansson. There we go. Reinhardt gets 1. Levo scores 1. They get another one in the third, but luckily we had the 2-goal lead. So, 2-1 series lead now. Gallagher's morale's down a bit, but that's okay. Hopefully he can bounce back. Yossi there is injured, but it didn't say anything, so maybe it was just like a 1-day injury. Yeah, okay, recovered from injury, so maybe he was just sick or something for a day. Game number 4, we could go up 3-1 here. Conklin for them. Okay, we need a big third period. We get 1 from Langenbringer, not enough. So 2-2 series now. This is closer than I wanted it to be. AHL team is 6-0 right now, so they're 3-0 on their series. I mean, they might go like 16-0 honestly and win the Calder Cup. But game number 5 here in Detroit. Let's get the 3-2 lead here. Reinhardt, Eichel ties it. Let's go big third period. Larkin there with the third period game winner. I think Larkin had another game winner, so he's been playing awesome for us. So game number 6 now. We just have to win one of these next 2 games. AHL team actually lost a game. First loss of the playoffs. Here we go. Into Buffalo. We actually won 1 and lost 1 in Buffalo. So let's see what happens here. Larkin again. Theodore, come on, big third period. Yossi there, the game winner. He was complaining about ice time. Got out there though. Scored the goal. That's what we want to see. Also, the AHL team won their game, so they are moving on to the conference final as well. So both teams right now moving on to their conference finals. And as you can see, we're actually now playing Toronto in the conference final. I thought we were going to play them in the quarterfinals. So let's see. They're 8-6. We're 8-4. No idea what this Toronto team looks like. Obviously, they're going to have Matthews. I'm not sure who that center is, though. That's not Matthews. We have 5 better offense, 5 better D, 3 better goaltending. Let's see. Number 24. Yeah, I have no idea who that is. About to find out, though. I think they'd probably still have Riley. He's usually very good in this game. Probably still have, like, Marner and Nylander. So Matthew Strome, Matthews, and Marner. Nylander, Ryan Strome. So they hooked up the Strome brothers here. Timashov. I mean, their forward group actually has, like, a lot of depth, honestly. Ours is obviously better. Riley's a 92 and Carrick's an 85. After that, though, their defense is pretty rough. Like, our defense is obviously way better. Like, our best offense is 94, then we have a 93. Our 85 is our worst. That's our second best. Goalies, 84 starters, 72 backup. If for any reason their backup has to go in, like, that is GG for us, or at least it should be. So I'm not even sure. Is that... Oh, no, that's Riley, I guess. Number 24? Could he be the highest rated player on their team? That doesn't look anything like Morgan Riley, though. Also, that's 24, not 44, but maybe I missed something. Anyways, start seeing the playoffs here. Not really worried about the player. So first game, first period, nothing. Second period, Duchesne and Carrick score. Wow, Mateau and Soshnikov score for them. So we're down 1-0 again. Did not want to be here. And like I was saying, our team's better. Like, a lot of averages. We eventually win. This is our 10th season. Come on. Detroit and Toronto, though. This is like a classic rivalry. This would be sick. Detroit and Toronto in the conference final. Probably won't happen for a while, though, because Detroit's trending down and Toronto's trending up in real life. Game number 2. Wow. 3-1 after 1. Wow. They just put on a show in Detroit. So, not looking good. There are still 5 games to go. We have to win 4 of the next 5, though. And we got beat pretty bad in those first 2 games at home. I am not liking the sign of that. Like, I don't get it either. Like I said, their goalie is not even close to ours. Their defense is not even close. Their forwards are actually decent, but ours are still much better. So, come on. Tierney there. Okay, so Dmitry Kos, Johansson, Albert, Timashov, Matthews, 3-3. Going to OT. We need a hero. Oh my god. Ryan Strome scores for them. So, down 3-0 now. We did reverse sweep Florida last time, and then the game froze. So, we need another reverse sweep here to stay alive. I can't believe this. Like, this should not be coming to this. Like, we've seen their team. It's not even close how much better ours is. I know I've said that so many times, but I can't get over it. Like, I don't know. Like, our AHL defense, honestly, the same as theirs, minus, like, the 2 guys they have. So, here we go, guys. Game number 4. We have to win every single one of these games or we're done. So, nothing in the first. 1-1 after 2. Please, 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 somebody come in the third period. Just come through. There we go. Larkin and Gallagher, a couple of goals. Keeping us alive. So, the guys got some momentum there. Doughty with morale up. Going back home now. 3-1 down the series. We can win these next 3 games. We can rally, make it epic. Come on. So, game number 5. 0-0. 0-0, please. Oh, McAvoy, Riley going to OT. Oh, man. I can't believe that. The best team I've ever had on paper, and we lose to the Maple Leafs in the conference final. Game number 5. They beat us 4-1. Like, I don't know. You can't... I'm only going to simulate, because obviously it's all about making the best team, but I don't know how we make this team better. Like, that makes no sense to me at all. Alright, so AHL team has a chance to win the Calder Cup. Let's see if they do it. I still honestly can't get over the fact that we lost to that team. Like, they're off. Like I said, I've already said this a bunch of times, but like, their offense was solid. Their defense, though, was nowhere near as good as ours. Same with their goaltending. Our AHL team right now, though, is actually 1 win away from the Calder Cup, so that'd be pretty awesome. Let's see here if they can do that. We're going to sim this, so we'll sim it period by period. Maybe we'll jump in and have some animation to watch if they do win. Down 1-0, down 2-0. Oh, wow, they actually lost that game, so maybe I shouldn't have simmed it period by period. I'm going to jinx it. They just have to win one of these next 2 games here to win the Calder Cup. Hopefully they can win. Like, you know, even though we never got a cup in 10 years, we did come pretty close, and I think we built, like I said, the best team on paper, multiple seasons. Alright, so not looking good here for the team. Resume simulation. We need to come back down 1-0. So I think this is in Hartford right now. Shots pretty even. There we go. Peterson tied 1-1. Come on. 10.5 to go. Gonna be going on 5 minutes here. Still tied 1-1. Probably going to OT by the looks of it. Maybe I'll jump in, score the OT winner. Oh wow, they scored there with a minute to go, and then they get another empty netter. So 3-1 win. Wow, going to Game 7 now for the AHL. Okay, EA is they're pushing it. They don't even want the AHL team to get the Calder Cup, and this, like I said, this AHL team too is so stacked. Apparently that does not matter though. So first period, there we go. We're up 1. We're up 2. Let's resume simulation here. They get 1, so it's 2-1 now. Okay, we're down in shots, but obviously we have the lead. About half the period to go here. Still have the 1-goal lead. There we go. It's 3-1. Pretty much over at that point. 4 minutes to go. Alright, I'm going to go in there. 2 minutes to go. Alright, guys, so there's 20 seconds to go here. Up 3-1. They got the goalie pulled. Just kind of messing around with it now. Probably going to try and score one more here just to make it a 4-1 game. It looks like they actually have Jordan Eberle on their team, by the way. I thought he would have retired by this point, but apparently not. And I think he might have actually been the AHL playoff scoring leader, it said. So, kind of interesting. But there we go. 2 seconds to go. Winning the Calder Cup. So, not a Stanley Cup, but it is a good consolation prize. The Calder team, or the AHL team, I should say, we put together was a pretty solid team. A lot of solid players in there. Heiskanen was still on the team. He was actually from the 2017 draft. Was really hoping for big things from him. I think he maxed out like an 81. Never quite happened, but there you go. Finally won something. I guess, like I said, it's good to get something. Obviously, still pretty bummed we didn't get the Stanley Cup. Like that top 6D, I think, is the best top 6 I ever put together. Doughty, McAvoy, Dallin, Juleson, Yossi, Karlsson. But what are you gonna do? There's the handshake. We get the Calder Cup. I mean, the Griffins did win the Calder Cup this year as well. So I don't know if that means anything. I guess that just means, no, that doesn't mean anything. I don't even know why I brought that up. It doesn't really have any relevance 10 years down the road to this. Heiskanen there looks to be the captain, I guess, even though he doesn't have the C on. So that guy's a nice stash. Let's just get to the pick, I think. Fran's in there. He was actually in the NHL until we made that trade for Gudas. I'm sure he's happy, though. He's at least winning the Calder Cup. Didn't get knocked out of the NHL playoffs. Let's see, that goalie there we signed, Bonello, he was like 77. I didn't actually think he was going to be good enough to guess a Calder Cup, but obviously, when I think we had like 5 80 overall defensemen in front of him, it didn't matter, and I was really hoping that same thing would hold true for the NHL, but apparently not. So there we go, guys, team pick. Like I said, good thing. I'm glad we took home the Calder. Salty, though, about not taking home the Stanley Cup. So the franchise mode is now over. Going to take a look here and just see who the award winners were, as well as just kind of the playoff statistics, just kind of who came through for us in this final thing. So, playoff tree here as well, you can see Colorado Avalanche champions beat the Toronto Maple Leafs there 4-2 in the Stanley Cup Finals. So, we didn't lose the Stanley Cup winners. Kind of funny, actually. Colorado and Toronto. Toronto got last 2 years ago. Colorado got last this year. And then AHL, obviously, we won 3-0, 4-1, 4-2, and then 4-3. So, progressively got harder and harder to win that. And like I was saying, I want to take a look at the playoff stats here for the NHL team. So Larkin actually, 14 points in 17 games. The captain came through in the playoffs. Skinner there, 11. Reinhart, Gallagher both had 9. Same with Duchesne. So those trades we made look pretty good. Doughty, Gaudreau, Johansson, McAvoy. Kleinle even had 7. So who didn't really turn up? Juleson at 5. Karlsson 4. I mean, I guess Dallin at 2. He really could have played better. 74 poise. That's probably what it is. It's always poise. Yossi, 82. He was really upset about not playing, I guess, eh? But that's okay. So we'll take a look at the awards. Like I said, really wanted to Stanley Cup for you guys in this final season, but unfortunately it just didn't happen. Let's take a look. Play awards. So John Tavares, we know Art Ross, Hart, Dougie Hamilton there, James Norris. I was maybe hoping Doughty or McAvoy might have got it. Tarasenko with the Lady Bing. DiPietro there with the Calder. McKinnon, Conn Smythe. Stolar's there at the Vezina and the William M. Jennings. Bill Masterson went to Rasanen, who he traded for Yossi, so that's kind of funny. Monahan with the Selke. Ted Lindsay, Tavares, Maurice Richard, Tavares. Take a look at the AHL. So obviously we won the Calder Cup. We also won the President's Trophy for the AHL. Obviously that means we won our conference and our division. Like we took home like 14 awards, something like that. Maybe 5, honestly. Hodges here had the most points in the American regular season. So that's good. We got the Art Ross winner of the AHL. He also got the league MVP. Let's see if we got anything else here. Bonello got the goaltender, best goalie in the league. He also got the most valuable player in the playoffs. Hodges also got sportsmanship. So, and Bonello got another award for lowest goals against average. So, I mean, the AHL team had a great year. They had ended out, I think, 5 team awards, 6 player awards. Unfortunately, Joe, just no Stanley Cup for the NHL team. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this franchise mode. Like I was saying, I think we were just kind of jinxed for some reason on this one. Couldn't really build a better team there at the end. I can't look at the contracts as the franchise mode's over, but I honestly think we had at least 6 or 7 players on our team with like 50% salary cap retention, which is kind of like crazy, just to stay under the cap and have that good of a team. And for whatever reason, it just didn't work out for us, but tried our best, and unfortunately just sometimes you don't win. So hopefully you guys did enjoy it. If you did, please leave a thumbs up. And if you guys have any ideas for franchise mode stuff for NHL 18, would love to hear it from you in the comments section. Obviously want to try and do something new. You got like the 30-second team expansion. You also have Vegas now, and there's actually a bunch of new features, which obviously I'm excited to try out in videos for you guys. So hopefully you guys stay tuned for that. And like I was saying, thank you guys so much for watching and supporting this series. It means a lot to me. Have a nice day, guys. Goodbye.